Hello newcomers and old, I am Scratches, and I am surprising you all with a new art video. Would you look at that? I'm still doing this! As for what I'm doing this week, for some reason I got this really powerful urge to paint an Onoskelis from the appalling horror game Agony. My relationship to Agony is a little bit that of a stalker. I imagined it to be one thing, it wasn't that thing, so now I obsess over what I wanted it to be and reject the reality that it isn't. Either that, or I just really like the Onoskelis. Probably that one. Originally, when Agony was first released, I thought the Onoskelis was the Red Goddess, the great big bad ruler of hell in Agony, and the reason for why was pretty obvious. Statues of it are baked into the environment of the game. It was pretty much the game's mascot upon release. The design was the most memorable and intimidating of all the monsters, and the developers released the premise before revealing the Red Goddess. So naturally, I assumed the Onoskelis was the Red Goddess. Wow, was I disappointed when first playing the game and saw the real Red Goddess. It's a cool design, despite how mean I was about it in one of my many reviews, but from what the rest of the game was like, she'd be more appropriate for a Hellraiser comic. She actually does look a bit like Kirsty Cotton. Would I want a Hellraiser Agony crossover? No, I wouldn't. But as I said, I originally pictured the game much different from what we got. Like, it actually being disturbing for one. But the way I pictured the gameplay was more like Alien Isolation. Immediately I have lost your attention, but I figured if the environment could stay dark and gory and maybe surprised with things we hadn't seen yet, it could be interesting. The Red Goddess, as I pictured her, would have been little more than a beast consumed by animal impulses. But she still would have been a goddess. And hell, where death doesn't exist but your flesh lives palpitating on even as your body is rendered asunder, would have been made from the desecrated bodies of her victims. Imagine an omnipotent being guided by nothing but her basest impulses, and your only hope for escape is her not finding you as you traverse an environment made from the mountains of bodies from those who came before you. That sounded amazing and terrifying to me, and I couldn't wait to play it. You may see why Agony was less than underwhelming to me. So yes, I didn't like Agony, but the design of the Onoskelis stuck with me. If you put a gun to my head and forced me to be tasteful, I enjoyed the juxtaposition between the appealing and repulsive which makes up her characterization. There's something revolting about the insectile head. It's so utterly inhuman and alien. That wet, bloody surface of her body makes it guesswork whether she even has skin, and yet it's draped over a classic but exaggerated hourglass figure. The design really deserved better than to be reduced to the equivalent of Hell's zombies. Not sure what its fate will be in Succubus, but since that's pretty much a hack and slash fighting game with horror aesthetics, then a pure horror experience, I don't have high hopes. Anyway, not much thought put into this. I just wanted to draw an Onoskelis and see what came out. That said, I did find a collection of 9 models from the game which helped me figure out a semi-original design at least. I did plan on giving her clothes, or adornments, when I first started out, but I started painting this before my break in January, and now I just wanted to finish it. Can you tell? I'd love to return to and try and give this again though, figuring out a complete design for her, just as a thing to explore what the game could have been, and that's pretty much it. Just a quick painterly bit of fan art for a game I don't even like. I am weird. I can tell you, aside from the Orphan, this is the last thing that I've painted without using 3D models for reference. That'll be exciting in the future. Maybe I could sculpt the model once I've nailed her design down. That'd be really cool. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please comment and subscribe and like, and make sure to share it with your friends. I have been Scratches, and I hope you will see me again next time.